What's going on, everyone? Hope everybody's having an amazing day. Just amazingly hot here in Ottawa, 30 degrees Celsius. I don't know what the hell that is in Fahrenheit, but nevertheless, good spirits here. And I'm a bit late to the gym today. It's currently 2 p.m. I usually go at around like 12, but I decided to do basically 3/4 of my work this morning, and I'll probably only have like 30 minutes left once I'm back home after the gym, and then I have the rest of the day to look forward to. Maybe go for a swim, go ball or some shit. We'll see what happens. Maybe go on a run. So yeah, the market, it's been pretty quiet this week so far. Nothing very noteworthy, except for the indices. They actually broke out from major consolidation. So if you drew a trend line from all-time highs with the last 3 weeks consolidating, if you drew a trend line there, we finally broke out yesterday on IWM and SPY. So the S&P 500 and small caps finally broke out from their, I want to say, midterm downtrend. So the next stop for now is new all-time highs. So I'm expecting new all-time highs in the market by the end of the month. Like I said, and like I've been saying for the last few weeks now, I expect June to be amazing, and Bitcoin is still lagging. Bitcoin obviously made a new all-time high before the market, but dipped back basically I think to 103k, and has just been consolidating between 112 and 103k since hitting a new all-time high, but no true price discovery yet. I expect us to obviously have major price discovery, 120 to 130k on Bitcoin by the end of the month, and I wouldn't be surprised if we hit 140 to 150k sometime like mid-July. That's what I'm expecting on Bitcoin. Ethereum is holding very, very strong, and it's actually impressive to see. Ethereum has just been consolidating under its 200-day moving average for the last month, so 3 to 4 weeks now, and it's very good to see, because we want to flip that resistance once we reclaim that. And with the consolidation that's been happening, I do expect ETH to hit 4k by mid-July, and ETH BTC ratio looks amazing. Total 3 looks amazing. Total 2 looks good. Others look good. We bounced off key trend lines, key supports, and everything is holding bullish. On the short term, we're just consolidating, so you could say that's bearish, but on the mid to long term time frame, everything looks bullish for continuation higher on anything cryptocurrency related. So I'm continuing to hold my coin position, my CLSK position, my Mara position, as well as all my altcoins that I've been loading up on for the last 2 years. We still haven't had a major run like we have had in previous cycles. So I don't expect us to have a run like 2020, 2021. I believe it'll be much more explosive, but in a shorter span. So I want to say by like October, you want to be out of everything. We'll see what happens, but I do believe we'll have a very nice parabolic run on alts, and it'll be worth the hold for the last 2 years. Just us, getting teases for a couple weeks. The only noteworthy one is when I started dollar cost averaging at the end of 2023, early 2024. We had a nice run there for a couple of months. Everything went back down. We had a nice run on the elections till like mid-January or late December, and then that one came crashing down again. So, we need an actual run that will send everything parabolic, and I still do expect us to have that. And I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm loaded up on everything, and I'm just patiently waiting. So Bitcoin should be done consolidating sometime this week or next week, in my opinion, and then we'll start seeing some god candles there. And ETH should outperform on this next run. I'll make a video sometime this week on actual charts, and I'll go through everything. But we should have a very nice summer, and you do not want to be sidelined and FOMO at the top. That's all I want to say. So as for individual stocks such as Tesla, it's just been consolidating. You know, it broke out of a flag last week, then trapped everyone, came back down, retested 330. Now it's kind of holding that, forming a falling wedge on the daily. That's the last stand, but it's been faking a lot of people out, and allegedly we have robo-taxi news sometime next week. So we'll see what happens with Tesla. Once it runs, it doesn't really let you get in. I thought the run would start from last week onto this week, and I would offload here, but no, that's not how it played out. I thought it would run up into the event, but it's just been chilling. So I still see a lot of leaps opening on Tesla. We'll see what happens. I'm still bullish on it, and I think 500 will happen by earnings. So we got 2 months for that. So we'll see what happens there. A lot of sectors such as nuclear, cryptocurrency, tech, software, the Mag 7 are even doing good as of late. A lot of sectors are performing really good, and that's what you would like to see in a bull market. You like to see money rotating from sector to sector, and having a lot of sectors that are performing well, quantum is another one, is very healthy and good to see in a bull market. So nothing bearish there. Seeing all these stocks run one at a time, you know, the market consolidating the last 2-3 weeks, and these stocks running. You know, we've got CrowdStrike, although it got hit with by earnings yesterday, but CrowdStrike's been performing really good. Netflix, Tesla, Uber, MSTR, Hood is a new one at 52 weeks high, and probably, you know, there's a lot of news that it'll get added to the S&P 500 this Friday. Although I don't believe that, just because Coin got added a few weeks back, and they're kind of both in the same sector, so it would be odd. But you know, I still expect Hood to be added in the S&P 500 sometime this year. So yeah, that's all I have about